company, one of those a few companies listed on the exchange doing a palm oil business. The agro-allied company says its turnover was about 15.7 billion naira last year. Its net profit climbs to 21.735 billion naira. For shareholders, if you are a shareholder in Presco, you'll be getting 150 kobo. That's 150 kobo per share. So the gross dividend, therefore, comes to 1.5 billion naira that Presco, this agriculture company, will be paying to shareholders. Of course, the agri companies are making money as the Nigerian government now repositioning the economy to agriculture, and of course, palm oil could, of course, bring you perhaps more money than even a petrol. That's the news there on the street. Presco PLC says it's paying a cash dividend of 150 kobo. Meantime, and finally from the market side, then we get to the numbers. EcoBank Nigeria has spinned off its registrars called EDC Registrars Limited. It's now being sold off to a company by the name Modesty Capital Limited. The acquisition is 49.500 million ordinary shares of ₦1 each of EDC Cap Registrars Limited to Modesty Capital Limited. That's in line with regulatory rule of the central bank, to be precise, that no bank should be involved in any subsidiary that is a non-banking institution. And of course, you heard similar news in Skybank and a few others. So let's get on with the data for the trading day midweek. Let's start with currency. This is money. I love the spell of Naira dollar. Naira was better, 3.06% at the interbank OTC spot market via the FMDQ OTC platform on Wednesday. The Naira was finished off 305.35 against the US dollar. Naira pound was down a little bit, 0.1% thereof. 410.45 on the euro. The naira gained about 0.5% to 362.52. On the street, the naira was largely unchanged against three other major international currency units. And finally, the investors and exporters window, it was a negative finished line for the local unit, 1.49% negative against the dollar at 367.60. That's the I&E window, and you can find all that on the website of FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange. You want to check it out. Look at the stock market, 0.2%. We're still making about a gentle move on a daily basis, skipping the green territory yesterday. So the third trading day of the week. This is what the summary looks like. If you missed it overnight, this is it. 33,514.93 on the composite index. The market cap added a few hundreds of millions, so we're now 1155. Flip that, you look at the volume, it's not significantly different from Tuesday's transaction. A turnover, 331.43 million ordinary shares. Naira value, slightly above, about 1.3 billion over Tuesday's figure at 3.24 billion. And in terms of deals, we did slightly over 4,000 transactions. In terms of sectoral performances, look through the 5 key subsectors of the market that we track on a daily basis. The banks was the... that was a very good performer, 1.07. Oil and gas was 1.44. Consumer goods and industrial goods, you can find those ones over there. We'll talk about the rest of the market a bit later. But let's chew over the market numbers with Rotimi Fakaijo, who is an enterprise stockbrokers CEO and trader on the phone from downtown Lagos. Good morning, Rotimi. Thanks for coming through.
Good morning.
A very quick one. My apologies for keeping you on the line waiting this long. Let's go to Wema Bank earnings straight and Presco. Let's talk about the earnings outlook, and that's what we're chewing with some other analysts on the program today. Look at Wema. That looks like some very nice half-year number, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks good. At least we are not seeing a depreciation in their profit after tax for the Q2. So it's quite an impressive one to start with.
So, you think this Wema Bank, which is a tier 2 bank, you think if the bigger banks are coming through by next week, the numbers could be as good as this?
Well, I believe the numbers will be better because they have larger market share, and they also do foreign related transactions. So for Wema is a national bank, if not regional, and for that reason, what they do is limited. And if we are seeing this kind of number for Wema Bank, then definitely we're going to see much better figures for the bigger banks, especially those that will be coming with auditor reports.
Okay, we have about 2 minutes with you. The Presco, look at Presco. 150 kobo per share cash dividend for last year, announced yesterday by the company. This is massive, isn't it?
It is massive. That sector has been a very fantastic one in the market. Presco and Okomo Oil, the two of them listed in that sector. And it's quite a very cheering one to investors. And I believe that we're going to see a good response to that to that result today in the market.
Yeah, okay, so the numbers from Presco now, and of course we're going to see what Okomo Oil will look like in terms of last year and the first half of 2016. Does this give credence to the fact that, yes, the central bank foreign exchange policy, the ban on 41 items, palm oil, refined palm oil to be part of that? You think this is working somehow, and the government repositioning the economy to put agriculture in the front line?
Yes, it is really working, and I wish we could have more companies in the agriculture sector being listed on the exchange. The policy is quite rewarding from what we can see in the last 2 years with respect to Okomo Oil and Presco. And I believe that with more effort, they're going to do much better, even because their products are in high demand, and they are even booked ahead of time before even production. So I believe they're going to continually do what they have done.
Okay. Rotimi, thank you very much. We have you in the days ahead. We thank you for your time early today, bright and early, waiting on the latest earnings we have. We'll be crossing over later on the program to Vechiva Capital Management, the head of research, there to talk to us about the Nigeria's earnings season and what's the take from this investment banking firm and securities trading organization about expectations of the second quarter and first half 2017 earnings. We're back after the break. We're going to be discussing electricity. How is this a major cost for businesses, and how does it impact on consumer prices on the shelf?